What grossed you out so much in a relationship that you just left? Buckle up because this one still visits me in quiet moments. We'd been dating about 4 months. He was funny and attentive, the kind of person who remembered small details from conversations weeks later and brought them up in ways that made you feel genuinely seen. I liked him quite a lot. His apartment was a completely normal looking place, not immaculate, but nothing that set off any alarms. Slightly cluttered, dishes in the drying rack, a laundry pile in the corner that appeared to turn over on a reasonable schedule. I registered none of this as significant. First time I stayed over, I noticed a smell. Not when I walked in, later in bed, trying to fall asleep. It was subtle, faint and warm and slightly sour, like something had been sitting in the fabric for a very long time. I told myself it was the building. Old buildings have their own smell. Pipes, previous tenants, years of accumulated history. I fell asleep and didn't think about it again. Second time, same smell. Stronger, or maybe I was just paying more attention. I lay there cataloging it. Not quite mildew, not quite body odor, something in between I couldn't name. I shifted around looking for a spot that didn't have it. There wasn't one. I told myself it was the mattress. Old mattresses smell. Normal. Nothing to think about. Third time I just asked. I said, hey, when was the last time you washed your sheets? He looked at me with the expression of someone who has just been asked a question in a language they studied briefly in high school. Not defensive, not embarrassed, just genuinely uncertain. He thought about it for several actual seconds. He stood there and thought. Then he said he was pretty sure he'd washed them when he moved in. I said, when was that? He said 3 years ago. I sat up and looked at the sheets I was lying in. I looked at them with that particular quality of attention you give something after it has just revealed its true nature. I thought about 3 years, approximately 1,000 nights. All the accumulated heat and sweat and dead skin and hair and everything else a body releases over the course of sleeping somewhere every night for 3 consecutive years without once stripping the bed. Every season, every cold and fever, every single night compounding on top of the last one.